Beautiful people, I hope you guys are doing fine. I hope you guys are feeling great today. So if you're new, welcome to the family. Lately I've been talking about friendship, and today I want to answer your question, because sometimes you may ask yourself, why do I keep attracting toxic friends? What is wrong with me? Why do I always have bad luck of toxic friends? And I want to answer your questions, so let's jump into the video. So the first reason why you might be feeling like you are attracting toxic people, toxic friends, is you might be meeting them at the wrong places. You have to understand how you're meeting with these people. How do you make friends? Are you making friends in the club? Are you making friends in the streets? Are you making friends in a church? Are you making friends in school? Let's give an example. So if you make a friend in the church, of course, you guys have almost the same interest. Where you meet people, it says a little bit more about their interest, about them. I don't mean toxic people are not in the churches, but I think you get what I mean. If you make friends in the club, you can't blame yourself and say that. So you have to find out, how are you making these friends? And if you notice that all your friends, you met them at the club, darling, you have to do something about it, because it seems like maybe you're picking toxic friends from the club. The second one is you might be abused in the past. So this can mean so much things. Maybe your parents were abusive, maybe your teachers were abusive, or maybe you were raised in an abusive family and your subconscious mind is so comfortable with that. So sometimes you may feel, I'm so attracted to these toxic people. It's actually your subconscious mind that is so attracted to it, because that's all it knows. It knows the drama, it just knows the toxic environment. So if you are abused in the past, most probably you are always going to attract narcissists, or you're going to attract toxic people in general. The best way to cut that off is to come in terms with yourself, with your subconscious mind. You have to understand where is the root. So if you have a history of that, you have to deal with your history before you deal with your present. Our subconscious mind is very, very powerful. You may not see it, but it's very, very powerful than we think. When you are abused, you have been conditioned not to trust your gut. You have been conditioned that each time someone does anything, you will stick around because that's all you know. It has become your norm. You might not agree with it, but your subconscious mind agrees with me. The third one, you have no boundaries. So sorry to say, but you might not be having any boundaries, because let me tell you, and let's be clear, toxic people always test the waters before even the relationship or friendship get very deep. What I mean by that is, the moment you meet with these people, they might try to test you to see how much of respect you have for yourself, how much boundaries you have. Pattern takes time to be noticed. Don't just tell me that your friend became toxic out of nowhere. They were toxic from the beginning, but you are not really seeing the pattern. They tested you. Maybe they'll just bully you jokingly, and you're like, nah, and then they'll be like, oh, it's a joker, okay. And then they'll see that this person is not talking, so they will just be pushing and testing the waters before they even blow up. And actually, they have not even blown up. They were already blown up. It's just that you did not even notice that. You are so blinded with the friendship, you're so blinded with their good side more than their bad side. The danger of them testing the waters and testing you and checking out if you have boundaries is very dangerous, because it's very manipulative. The more you accept what they do to you, the more hurtful, the more painful, the more abusive the friendship gets. The F up thing about this society these days, we are expected not to get mad at small things. You'll be called sensitive, you'll be called petty. If you feel like it's wrong, if your mind, if your heart tells you think that this person did, it's hurtful, even though it seems small, even though it seems petty. The moment you believe your gut, you believe when your mind, your heart tells you no, this is not right. The moment you believe that, trust me, your boundaries are going to grow. Having boundaries is not a walk in the park. People are going to be angry at you because you have boundaries. The fourth one is you don't have any self-love. This is so obvious. If you don't love yourself, you're going to let anyone in your life because maybe you're looking for validation, or they just make you feel important. When you don't have self-love, the bad things are going to happen. You're going to be in a bad relationship, you're going to have mental issues. And the moment you are down, the moment you have mental issues, or you have no self-love, trust me, you're going to attract narcissist people, toxic people. It doesn't matter if it's relationship wise or friendship wise. They're hungry for people who feel less, who don't have any self-love. So when you don't have self-love, expect to attract these people. If you have no self-love, don't expect to attract people who have self-love, because they are also very mindful of the people they're around with. They will avoid you because you are not going to make them feel better about themselves. So the last one is you are toxic yourself. Sometimes they say birds of the same feather flock together, or you attract who you are. Sometimes right and it's sometimes wrong. So you too can also check on yourself. Check if some things you do are toxic. When you realize that you're toxic, wow, you are doing a very good job because you're self-aware. And there's nothing wrong with realizing that you might have some tendency to be toxic. Because if you like to do some toxic things, of course you're going to look for friends who do also those toxic things, because you guys are the same birds. So that's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Be sure to watch my next video and my last videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you much love, much blessings in your lives. Bye bye.